Hey, my name's Kyle Starks. I'm a three-time Eisner-nominated comic creator. I started off as a cartoonist. I'm mostly a writer now. You would probably best know me for being the longest tenured and most prolific Rick and Morty writer. Of course, I've been making comics professionally for 8 years now.
This just feels like something that could happen to anyone at any time for any random reason. And the randomness of it all is what I think makes is the scariest for me.
There's a little bit of me sort of doing sort of a Quentin Tarantino Once Upon a Time. Monsters Lie is about there's a gated community for slasher villains, your favorite slasher monsters from your favorite slasher movies, and it's basically where they go between movies. But in this world, it's between killing sprees. Like each movie would be a killing spree.
There was a very exciting announcement that DC Vertigo is coming back, and as you can tell, we did not plan to both wear our DC Vertigo shirts, but we are wearing our DC Vertigo shirts.
So one of the sort of base tenets of Vertigo, the returning Vertigo, is that they wanted to put known teams together, teams that had made things together successfully and were recognized as good teams. And Steve and I did Peacemaker Tries Hard together, which again, I'd say humbly and objectively, I think is a classic. I think we made something very special. In the pitch, something we did, and my pitch was more or less, what if John Wick meets Northern Exposure? And they said, go ahead.
Well, you did mention Wrestle Heist, which is another thing that I had on my checklist. That book is coming out December of this year, right? And it's almost here.
But there's two different pitches, right? There's one where I go, oh well, if you're a wrestling fan, it's after the Montreal Screwjob. Bret Hart's so mad he decides to rob WrestleMania. The way do not do things the way Kyle Starks does them. I think the best book that I read, the best new book of last year that I read, is by Jesse Lonergan. It's called Jerome. The best TV show I've seen in years is Frieren, which is an anime. It's one of the greatest things I've ever seen. Because I mentioned Brubaker like 4 times, is that if Fran Galan was my Sean Phillips and we made one book every year, and I would be perfectly happy.
When we standing on business, I'm a big stepper.